Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is, of course, Friday, June 18th, 2021. And, yeah, so there's a holiday tomorrow that's being observed today. So folks have the day off, meaning that the internet's still not as great of quality as I would like it to be. That's absolutely wonderful. Yeah, apparently my mother also has the day off today, and only realized she had the day off today, yesterday, because this being new for a holiday, I think in my state she got the day off last year as well, but it's really easy to forget if you haven't experienced the holiday and the day off every single year for a good long while. I tend to forget about these things. And now with it also being federal holiday, I'm not expecting mail potentially today. Absolutely not tomorrow, but no, I think we would get the mail today. It's just and not tomorrow and Sunday. I would think. Anyway. Yeah. But there's a lot of chaos going on because of different places working different days, trying to decide, do we take the Friday or do we take the Saturday or what? That's nice, I guess. It'll be a lot clearer next year as to who gets what time off and when, because next year the 19th will be Sunday. Next year's a leap year, so next year 19th would be on the next day. Or is it a leap year? No, we just had one. So no, it will be Sunday. Should be Sunday. Dates, they're confusing sometimes. Makes you think we should try to, make it so that the calendar is fixed for every year. But no, that would put a lot of corporations making calendars out of business, wouldn't it? So we can't have that. We can't have that. We can't have a changing calendar. That makes sense. So if the game will actually... There we go. There's my Dyson Sphere Program. Just trying to be like, what is the exact height position I want on my camera here? Yesterday was Factorio Day. We did the stuff that I wanted to do. That day we set up our Invar plates and all of that. And I'm going to be doing a lot of off-screen work. I've continued doing off-screen work so that when we next meet on Tuesday, we'll actually get some genuine speedy-ish progression going, so you can look forward to that. Also, my Gladius playthrough of the LucasArts Gladius game is now live again. Just want to make that announcement for those who don't watch yesterday's stream for Factorio and are here for Dyson Sphere. Just want to say that on my channel a long time ago, I did a Let's Play series of the LucasArts Gladius game on the Valens playthrough, and made it private for a while because there were certain videos that had an end screen that was no longer relevant, and I didn't want to confuse people or have people say, hey, I did this thing on this end screen, did you get the thing? Because I can't get the thing anymore. I don't have access to the things anymore, so I was using YouTube to edit the videos to trim out the end screens, since I realized that was a thing that I could do without having to actually re-upload the videos or manually edit them and such. Unfortunately, for a long time, YouTube was not working correctly, was not properly processing the edits. But the other day, it was actually, finally, whatever was wrong was fixed, and the videos were properly editing, And so now with all of that edited out, the whole series is live again. All 163 videos are live again for those of you who are interested in that. I'm going to say right now, I don't think it's a good series from me, from a long time ago. It was very inconsistent. It took a very long time. Lots of things in my life were going on. Various differences in video quality, audio quality, etc. Over that course of time, you can definitely tell the difference between the beginning and the end as to my own skills at presentation and all of that, and my own, like, the microphone, etc., etc. I think towards the end of it is when I had gotten this mic. So, yeah, definitely lots of stuff that I want a more consistent experience if I'm going to be doing a long series in the future. So with all that said, let us continue our game. There have been updates. I actually want to pause to go into the Dyson Sphere Program news, which for whatever reason takes me here instead of to the Dyson Sphere Program news page, which is what I wanted. View related news. Make that bigger. We've had 2 patches since last time we met. And of note here, we've got optimized collision for conveyor belts. So that's a thing that just hit, and this may change our ability to place conveyors. I will need to experiment with the conveyor belts for what we can do, because they said that some good bugs are fixed. I am pretty sure this is relating to various exploitations of the height mechanic on the conveyor belts. There are ways in which you can sort of hop conveyors over each other with a lower tier, like a middle height hop, and then you could actually have a full height thing over top of it to like sandwich belts. I don't think that will be possible anymore, according to this, but we shall see. We shall see if it's going to affect how I've built my bus here. Optimize selection logic, okay. Fine-tuned collision frame size of the assembler storage and Tesla towers. Okay, I wish they would do that with splitters. I wish that each splitter would have its own separate collision box that is reflective of the actual size of the splitter. That would be great. That would be great, because it does not even remotely come close to matching the collision frame. Remade the collision of the ray receiver and adjusted minimum distance. Optimized geometric calculation logic of connections between conveyors and buildings. Okay. Set the collision size of splitters and storage tank. Ah! The collision size of splitter and storage tank is reduced. There's part of it. We shall see how much of a difference this makes, because this isn't a change to the actual frame, the collider box. Hello? Kitty? Kitty cat? Dolly? How you doing? She's been sleeping up there, now she's woken up. Hello, my dolly. What's the matter? Do you realize how thin that thing is that she's sitting on? She was sleeping on? That's a really small platform. But there she is. She's content being right there for now. Anyway, next we've got added prompts to construction, modified construction logic of conveyor belts. Okay. Starting point will not be able to confirm when the indicator point is red. Okay, whatever that means. Increased power and capacity of accumulators. Great, they're better batteries. Reduced supermagnetic ring consumption of the accumulator recipe. Excuse me? That's a pretty big deal, actually. Yeah, that'll help a lot. Changed recipe of all 3 fuel rods to reduce the consumption of shell materials. Okay. But increased small carrier rocket consumption of deuteron fuel rod. Would this be in the recipe? So this would be the building of small carrier rockets will require more fuel rods. Okay. Increased output of kimberlite and fractal silica and reduced their production time. Okay, so that made them worthwhile then. making these rare resources actually useful in this change, because previously kimberlite and fractal silica were basically the same as the normal recipes, just consuming the rare resource instead. There wasn't really that much of a difference on them, so now it's increasing the output and decreasing the recipe cycle time, so they produce more faster, which is great. Fantastic. I'm sure all of those folks on infinite resource maps are going to be delighted in the fundamental shift in how they can now build their bases. Reduce the number of optical... Excuse me? Huh. Well, that makes that worthwhile as well. A lot more worthwhile. This one was already worth doing for the Casimir crystals, but now it's worth even more. It's even better. Huzzah! Increased material consumption of solar panel recipe. So that's a nerf. Solar panels are now more expensive to make. Sure. Fixed a bug that there was no collision between conveyor belt and minerals when building a conveyor belt on Highland. Okay. Fixed a bug that the environment modification may cause an error on collision, leading to a problem of minerals not being collected. Okay, fixed above that the frame could be connected inside the Dyson shell, which may make it overlap with each other. Okay. Continuous clicking the same position in the planning frame may make nodes overlap each other. Great thing to fix there. Fix an error message prompt. Fixed a bug. Fixed a bug. Okay, good. Fixed bugs. Fixed more bugs. Fixed more bugs. And fix more bugs. Excellent. That's our review of the changes that have been made to the game since Tuesday. We left off last time with the beginnings of building our belt-based mall, our initial mall. This is not the final form of the mall. This is just the I've started my base mall, and the things I need to continue with my base's production going forward. Now, I wanted to see if stuff is still legal for building. In particular, hello, you. So it didn't destroy this. Oh, good. That's the change right there. That's a change. It now highlights the full like belt, making it easier to see what you're selecting. I think that's new. Pretty sure that highlighting there is brand new. But let's see if I start high and go low, it will do that. Okay, and if I delete, excuse me, it's X. If I delete that, it will not go straight down. It will require a little bit more. And it disconnects it. So then can I do that? Nope, it disconnects it. So that is not really a thing that you can do anymore. You can't do that anymore. I had a feeling that that was one of the things that broke. And sure enough. Okay, so at height 2... At height 2, I can now go over top of that splitter. At height 1, of course, we cannot, because it is directly colliding, but at height 2, it now can gracefully overlap, and that is a change. It did not used to be able to do that. I am pretty darn certain that it would have needed to be one more higher, at least, to go directly across at that height. So that's a good change. Hello, Ollie. Hello. You get to pay the tax. Hello. There's my Ollie. You have to pay the you have to pay the toll. Yes, that's the toll. There you go. Be free. You're hot. You are very hot. Goodbye. He was in the window, in the sun. Excellent, 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 excellent. And what about a height 2? Over you. That does not work. A height 3 works over you. And you. Which is fantastic. I like it. I like these changes. I like this update. And apparently they did say at the beginning of the patch yesterday that this is all in preparation for blueprinting. Blueprints are almost here. It's glorious. Fantastic stuffs. I am happy. I need power. How many of these have I made? Oh good, a lot of them. So I think we're going to start by placing more power around here. Let's see. Oh boy, those are not in great positions. I don't think I like that at all. Let's see, where's a cheese? Those are awful. Oh well. We shall overcome. Yeah, I guess I will have to start placing the east-west ones, don't I? Plus, 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 plus. Can I still let go and have it build the valid ones? No. Oh, that sucks. Like, I want it to still build the valid ones. My goodness. That's incredibly unfortunate. Well, alrighty then. We'll just do it this way. Ooh, good question. Which one is the valid position? It's you. Okay, so it's there and on that line. What? I mean, they're all legal. Because it won't let me... Oh, it will let me? It won't let me on all of them. Huh. I guess this is part of the whole blueprinting thing. Alright. Do that then. Just getting a bit more power, don't mind me. The distance between each one will increase as we go further south towards the equator. Of course. See, we already need to extend our glorious stuffs. Build those. Core energy will deplete. Oh noes, whatever shall I do? I've got a lot more wind turbines, but it would appear as if I've solved the problem for the moment. Wasn't I gonna place more of those, though? Huh. Oh, that's what I should do. Hey. How's about I actually bring those in? Oh, that's actually so convenient. That's actually really convenient. Do you see how that's changed now? Rather than being the sorter ghost sitting on top of the segment of belt, it now it's keeping the belt highlighting going. But you need to be very attentive as to whether or not you have a pointer or if you have a circle. Choose starting facility like that. Huh. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I will take the coal back out and I will use this energetic graphite. So, energetic graphite, as I've mentioned, now has a gain of a little under 600 kilowatts of fuel value, kilojoules of fuel value, excuse me, per unit. And that makes it worth making and using over coal overall. However, it also has plus 50% fuel chamber generation, which means that it charges you at plus 50% rate. %50 of what? I don't know, but at plus 50% rate. Fuel power gen 1.2. Interesting. Fuel power gen is likely the number that's been scaled by plus 50%. And is a number that improves with time. Give me this. Oh. I want to actually offload somewhere. Potentially. That's actually never going to offload. No, it will not, sadly. So you know what? I'm going to find my everything box. I should have an everything box somewhere, maybe. Or just a box. And I'm going to shove all that in there. And start throwing just random garbage that I'm not going to use. Myself, anyway. Just start tossing things aside. The idea being, we're going to automate the everything. On this day, everything I currently have access to shall get automated. What are you lacking? Oh, I'm on that research. Okay, so I do need to have some of these. 60 of them, to be precise. There's 10. There's a few more. So I can just hold down this button while they get crafted for me. Because I appear to have made a few sorters. Also, I think I could steal 5 out of the building there. Maybe a box here. Oh, interesting how it adjusts the sorter length. Also interesting that it's preferring going out onto the belt rather than into the box. That's a little weird. But okay, I will take it. Here, have all of those. Don't know if I want to limit this box, but I'll have a limit, sure, to there. That's made a bunch of. I'll keep making a bunch of. So what do I have and what do I still need? I need splitters. I need... So I need the splitters, I need the stuff that needs glass, actually, because I don't have glass here at all yet, which is going to be these wireless power towers. I can't do the solar panels until I get silicon ingots. So So that'll be one thing that has to wait. The storage tanks need the glass. And these are going to need steel. Meaning I will need to set up steel, which gives me a good opportunity to set up my foundations. Matrix Labs. Do I have the smelters yet? I don't have the smelters and mining machines, do I? So I will need those. I have the assemblers. Assemblers, belts, level 2 sorters. And power at the moment. I will need, let's see, splitters, storage containers, mining machines, smelters, water pumps, and storage tanks, and Tesla towers, and wireless power towers. So we've got quite a few things left to make here, and not a lot of space over on this side. So, how am I going to adjust for this? Well, besides getting as far as over as I can for the moment, let me see. Is there anything that needs these? Yeah, the arc smelters need them, as well as the electronic circuits, so that will be what you do. You get to make smelters, and on the other side of you, that's going to be the circuits. Yep, that all is well and good. Give me that stack. Thank you kindly. Go ahead and take that stack back, and then start giving me a bunch of those sorters. And also a bunch of the conveyor belts. That's the sort button. I was like, huh, shouldn't there be a sort button? Yes, there is a sort button. It's right there. It looks like the return icon. That's actually sort. I don't know why they chose this icon. I think sort should have a icon in and of itself, a more easily recognizable icon that is sort than that, because that's like return, not sort. Sort icon. Yeah, sort is an up arrow and a down arrow next to each other, with or without a hamburger icon between them. 3 horizontal lines. But that's more sort, like alphabetical and such. And then filter sort has the little funnel as the filter icon. Yeah. Yeah, so I'd expect something other than a return icon. This is return to me. Oh boy, next is these 3 things for technology. Great, I have wood somewhere. And I definitely know I have coal and energetic carbon over here. Graphite, excuse me. I keep on making that same mistake over and over and over again. It's graphite. That is... Oh. Oh. That is the planet in the way. Ahem. I was like, 0.04 AU? That's really close. Yeah, that's the planet. That's the gas giant eclipsing the sun right now. And you can just barely see the halo around it. Can you imagine that that would be... That is actually semi-realistic as to how it would look with the gas giant if the moon is behind the gas giant as it eclipses the sun. Though not too terribly realistic because, well, you know, you'd be behind the gas giant blocking the sun. So I would question the amount of light that would be present on here. I would think you would get some, but it would be still fairly dark, especially how far away is this from the sun itself? Oh, it's not that far. It's less than Earth distance. How the heck are you gonna get a gas giant less than Earth distance from the main sequence star, like our sun? Huh? Okay. Sure, game. Thus why you are game, I suppose. Thus why you are in fact a game. You are nowhere close to reality there. There are gas giants and like hot gas balls that exist close to their parent stars. It's just that those stars are not our sun size. They're not our type of sun or our type of star. There's a bit of a difference. Those tend to be, I think, red stars. Red well, dwarf stars, excuse me. That tend to have them that close. And I'm just looking, it's like, is that the unipolar magnet? Let me look up plane smelter on the wiki. Dyson Sphere Program, plane smelter. Just to be clear, what that ingredient is, it is unipolar magnets. Excuse me? So here's my issue with unipolar magnets being required for the building of plane smelter. Okay? Unipolar magnets only exist on neutron star and black hole systems, of which there is one of each in a game. Alright? And they're a rare resource in those systems to begin with, usually only on one planet in each of those systems in really low volume. On 1x settings. So, that means that there is a strict limit as to exactly how many of these plane filter buildings you can build in your entire game. I can see this being a big issue if you also are trying to use them for particle containers for science. and you could run out and only have a handful of plane smelters total. That is a major problem that will need to be addressed. That will need to be addressed. Because that should not take a resource that is so limiting that you end up with a not having enough to replace all of your smelters, potentially, that you can build throughout the entirety of the game. That was baloney. Also, I'm going to start siphoning these guys. A couple of stacks of you. Just to be sure that I can do this tech, which is just about the only thing I can do right now. Speaking of which, let's continue with this all the way over here. Alright, this guy needs iron, stone bricks, so this means I will need to go up and down. This doesn't need the magnets at all, so you can stay up. Ta-da! So do that. You need iron, of course. That guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. And then copy that guy. Ta-da! We've done the thing! Huzzee, huzzah, huzzoo, huzzum! We have done the thing! Isn't that glorious and magnificent? Okay, I think that the next piece here is that I'll have to do this again, pretty much. Just down a bit. Because I can't really go much further without setting up other stuff. It would be nice, though, if I could get the... if I could get the mining machine set up here. Oh, that sucks, though, because that also needs gears. Buh. Okay, splitter, then. That splitter is rather important. It will make the gears. Here, and you just need the iron gears and these, so that makes that pretty easy. You... yeah, you can store that many, sure, why not? Ta-da! Splitters! Go, go, gadget splitter! Yay! We have splitters. If only I had mining machines. I have a few on me. Enough, I think, for purpose. Okay. Let's have a look at steel. So steel is simply converting iron into steel. It's just an extra little step, and you've got steel. It is a 3-to-1 ratio, though, meaning that if you want a belt of steel, you'll need 3 belts of iron. It is a 1-to-1, so these builds end up looking like this, where you've got your steel and your iron, 6 in a line, times 3 lines, if that's what you're going for on the amount of steel, ultimately. Ideally, I will find a spot that has iron and stone next to each other. That would actually be the most convenient. Let's see if there's anything besides what I'm currently tapping that's nearby with iron and stone. There's an iron and stone here on that side of the world. Let me reorient north-south here just for convenience sake as I rotate around. Oh god, that might actually be the only one. There's my starting iron. I might actually have to tap into this and this as my foundation. Huh. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a great spot on this planet for that. Oh boy, this is a great bit of land to use as land for factories. Not that many ore veins in the way. How unfortunate. How very, very unfortunate. Like, where is all of the stone? There's stone here. A lot of it, actually, is right there. Over 700 grand of it. Alright, so where was that location that had it at least somewhat close to each other? Thought it was on the reorient. Reorient. There we go. Thought it was a little ways away. Could have sworn I saw. Or just was it my... Or was I looking at this? I was looking at this, I think. Or you. That's it. Right there. That's the one. So how far away is that? Not particularly, and it's to my southeast from the base. Alright. If I could get some semblance, yeah, this way. This way is the way. Okay, so it's this iron and this stone that I will need to tap into. I could use more fuel in the tank. Okay. What is going to be the goal here? Well, I need steel, but this very specifically is not going to be steel in truth. this is going to be foundation. And the foundation, how many buildings do I need to build and consume like a belt of stuff? Okay, so it's actually, oh, okay. It's 1 belt and 1 belt per line. Or blah. It's 1 belt of stone and 1 belt of iron per belt of, or per 1/3 of 1 belt of foundation. And this being 1 at a time, that means I would need 6. I'm on the north-south, or east-west. That is the east-west, okay. Thank goodness. I don't want to touch this, but I will if I have to. So it'll be 6 of those. But also, importantly, it's going to need 6 of these. Making this 1-to-1. Ta-da! Go, my minions. No. How big are these? By comparison. Smaller. So... So if I do, this... this will work great for me. Yeah, and so then I can actually bring in the steel here. And send out the doohickeys there. Go on, place the thing, thank you. Ta-da! Just needs a box. With at least 3. Yep, there we go. Or 2, actually. Wait. I am very much off kilter, aren't I? Yes. I am very much off kilter. What am I thinking? This is not the correct thing. It's 1-to-1 on the steel. Whoopsies! No, I did not actually want to undo that. What I wanted to undo Oh, this is where I could use a mass copy paste. Yeah. This is where I could use a mass copy paste, because this should be steel. Why are you... Okay. This really should not be here, but you know what? My mistake to solve. We'll be building foundation on another planet, most likely. Regardless. Oh, you're freaking kidding. Okay, we're gonna... Actually, I might keep that there when my... What am I thinking? We're gonna do this on the other side. We've got a failure of streaming. The connection died very briefly. But hey, we have returned. We're back. Yes, we are back. After the briefest of interruptions, where the bitrate died and Streamlabs OBS completely refreshed itself, and I don't know why it does that. I legit don't know why Streamlabs does that. It just does. Okay. Build that belt. Plus, plus, plus. There we go. Ta-da! Da-dee-dee-da, da-dee-dee-doo-dee-dum. So that's the output belt. Yeah, I'm actually gonna put this back in because I was a dummy and should have kept it there in the first place. And then, would I even need this many? Hold on. No. No. Because it's gonna use a whole belt off of 2 of them. Of the stone brick anyway. Yeah, it's gonna use a whole belt of stone brick per freaking 2. So... that's a thing to think about. Give me this. You're making those. Ta-da! That'll be enough for those 2. Is this able to do 3? Yes. It absolutely can. Gee, I hope I have enough space around that oil seep. So clearly, I'm going to need more mining. Ah, boy. And more smelting. So you can see how the smelter count adds up over time. And with the level 2 smelter, the upgraded smelter needing unipolar magnets, it's not that hard to believe that the unipolar magnets are a hard limit as to how many level 2 build of smelters that you can possibly make in a game. It should not need a resource that rare, that particularly rare. It is the rarest material in the game, and you're going to require it for an entire building? Like, even if it is an upgrade building, that still does not justify it costing that much. May as well only power this part of it, because the rest is pretty superfluous, to be completely honest. Okay, we need mining over here. Six, and more than 6, okay. Ta-da! Power that. How are we looking? We're looking like we need actual power. So how close are we to our power? Not. Not is the answer to that. What's the closest distance from there to there? Okay, what's the closest land distance? Now, I'm going to need to get my wind turbines from over here. That's how I'll do this. Through the power of more wind, we shall prevail. Speaking of, Gib. There we go. Glorious. Because remember, I don't actually have the Tesla towers automated right now. Those are on the agenda for automation, but they're not currently automated. So where did that get built? Way over there. Okay. Allow me... Oh, great. That grid placement is abysmal. But I am able to do something along these lines. Who knows, maybe this will even make enough power for this particular piece of the base. Probably not, but you never know. Oh, I built along a meridian. Hmm. Yeah, this actually by itself produces enough power. Oh, that's the main. Interesting. I thought that was a 45, but no, it's oh. Huh? Oh. Okay. It's not enough, as it turns out. Yeah. Alright, let's have a look over here. How do I want to step this? Probably here. 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 Hello, Ollie. Yeah, that's my baby. That's my Ollie. How's that Ollie playing the piano? And then it's just a matter of putting down the occasional Tesla tower to connect the entire array together. So now we have one network again. And it provides all of this power, and I now also have foundation. I need 2 of these, sadly, if I want to power all of that. Hey, baby. The baby. There's the baby. Yeah, there's that Ollie. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back, Ollie. Yeah, he's a pretty boy. He's a big boy. He's a big baby. Oh, he's so big. Yes, he's so big. Big and squirmy. Big and squirmy and ferocious and strong. He's a strong hunter. He's a hunter. Unfortunately, I've clipped his nails. Is Dolly still back there? No, Dolly has left. Dolly has left the top, so I can get the green screen back into position if it'll let me. I'm so tired of fighting this green screen. The bar is broken on the bottom. That's why I have so much trouble with this. I accidentally stepped on one of the tripod legs and broke the plastic of one of the legs, so now the entire assembly is broken on the bottom for the tripod. Hello, Ollie. Yeah, you want attention? What are you doing? He's back! He's back, and squirmy, squirmy, squirmy. Yeah, squirmy boy. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey. Hey, baby. What are you doing? What are you doing trying to get away from me? What are you doing? How's my baby? You want cherries? He keeps looking. He keeps looking for cherries. What? He keeps looking for cherries that no longer exist, because I ate them all. Yeah, you can't be a thief now, when there's no more. Can't be a thief when there's no more! So why are you backing up? Am I wrong? You know, I'm 3 per second, yes? if 1 per second. But that's not 1 per second of steel that it's getting in, is it? No. That assumes that it's 1 per second of steel. So again, I was wrong. It may be 1-to-1, but it's not 1-to-1 like this. It's 1-to-1... as in, it's 3 to 3 to 1, not like this. I am wrong. I am wrong! I've done it wrong. It is completely wrong, and bad, and all of that shenanigans. So, to fix it, I'm going to move this facility back a tile. And then I'm going to move this back a tile. Or 2, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna move it back 2 tiles. Whoops. Place the thing. Foundation, foundation. Do that, do that. Do that, do that. X. And then the storage facility. Excuse me. The storage facility would be great. I don't know why these are individual units. I mean, yeah, they're stacked on top of each other, but why does it not, like, expand into one container? I think it should merge the size of the containers. But, you know what? We have to... Excuse me, I'm clicking the button to place the thing and it's not placing the thing. That is a really annoying bug. That is extremely annoying for if... Look, when I push the button and I left click, it needs to build the thing. If it doesn't build the thing, that's extremely frustrating, and it feels like it's doing that way too often, as in greater than 0 often, where I click the button to place the thing and it doesn't actually do anything. Alright, now what? Output. Output is good. I would like to have some output there. There we go. Finally, after all that, we have foundation. Glorious, beautiful, wonderful foundation. We have started the production of foundation. Oh boy, I need more smelters, and I'm going to build steel to put onto my bus over here, probably off of that iron vein up there. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it. I just need a bunch of these. I think that's all I need, actually. Now that I'm looking at what I've got, yeah. That is it. That is all. The real question is, if I hit this button... So how does one change to color. Ah, like so. So we can do whatever color we want this planet to be. Yay. Lack of item. Lack of item. We are, of course, going to be blue! This will be a blue planet. And you could actually use different colors to designate different zones, right? Like what factories you want in different areas. So let's see. That's at least 6. That's 6. That's at least 6. That's 6. That's 6. And that is more than 6. 7, 6, 6, 7, 6, and 7. Glorious. So what does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? It means that I can actually make an entire belt worth of steel, if I so choose. Ooh, area dismantle. Ooh, that's strong. Hello. I wish I could get rid of like all the trees that are in my way, but oh well. Oh boy, we are going to be making fantastic use of stuffs, aren't we? So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Iron. I don't think we're far enough away. But always gotta check. You are in fact steel. And we need 3 of this. Ideally, I will share that belt. That should change the recipe on all of them. And then, you know, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that will be a belt of steel, ultimately, once I get all of the sorters set. Beautiful! How beautiful. And how easy it is now to do all of that. Granted, all the sorters need to, you know, sort. I'll have a conveyor belt this way, being fed by this guy. Do that. Bring that out, bring that down, over, bring that up, over, over, and down to there. And then it's sorter time. Doink. Come on, there you go. Excuse me? Why? But why, though? That should be valid. No, I don't want you doing that. So you're gonna have to go over that way. Funny how it doesn't work on that specific position. Nor does it work here. What? Oh, because the building itself has rotation, and I'm getting... Yeah. Because building orientation matters in this game. Building orientation doesn't actually matter in Factorio. But here, it matters. And it matters a lot, apparently. And it is incredibly strict. Oh, I need more Tesla towers. So I will need to grab some stuffs for that. How am I doing on my stuffs? Here, grab some of this stuffs. And some of this stuffs. And some of this stuffs. And build me glorious Tesla towers. How are my resources looking? Why do I have 35 Mark I sorters? Why do I have 35 of those? I want to delete them from the face of existence. Erase. Mine. Grab another stack of 100. Ah, yes. Grab that. Okay, now I should have enough of these. Oh, can I not click drag? Oh boy, you can't do the click drag building with Tesla towers. Huh. Actually, that will be fine because there's going to be more down there. Or is it fine? No. Place there. And then... place there. Place there. Power! Glorious power. You cannot have sorter output or input using same belt segment. Well, there's that, but there's also the building rotation, which was the problem. Like, yes, I needed to have an offset on these, but say I have this. Because the building has been rotated, it's a different rotation on this particular building. I can't do this here. Right? Even though, like, on the normal rotation, see, it's now got white over that. It's the building itself being rotated is causing the problems, because it's saving the positions of the sorters with respect to its actual position on the building itself. And it doesn't keep the... It matters. The rotation on the building matters. So if the building wasn't here, like if I just deleted the buildings, I could take this, rotate it, and place rotated buildings. But because all of the buildings are in the same orientation on both sides, it matters. As in, I should have just rotated a building by 180 degrees before placement. These specific buildings are the same. They have the same symmetry, but not all the buildings have the same symmetry to show that clearly. So let's grab a bunch of steel as it's being produced, all 6 per second that's being produced, so I can get through this manual research. And then we're not going to have tech for a little bit, as I need to set up oil products going forward here. That's the next bus line. Okay, the bus line. I now need to make all of the remaining things. All of them. Including the infrastructure for the oil processing. So I can get into red circuits, at least initial red. Not red circuits, red science. Red cubes, matrices. We need matrices. My goodness, the matrices must happen. Okay. I'm probably going to use all of this as, like, bus, to be completely honest. Do whatever manipulations I can to make it bus. Hey, inventory line. Excellent. I has more space. So, what do I need for the Tesla Tower? Those. Which means access to all 3 of these and 2 doohickeys. However, that is my alarm to indicate that we are halfway through today's stream. Where has that time gone? Oh my goodness. I am shocked that it's already been an hour and a half. What? What? How? No. It cannot have been. So I'm going to sit here and allow stuff to accrue for the next few minutes as I step away to take a brief break. I will be back shortly. And I have returned. Welcome back. So for our second half of the stream, now that I have set up steel production, and it is part of our bus line. Oh, that's a good question, though. Oh, boy. Wouldn't it be nice if... Okay, I need to test something here. So I can't... Oh boy. Huh. And what if it was that one? Oh boy. Aha. So, with the changes to the collision box now on these, it is actually viable to have tighter spacing between your belts on a main belt line, a main bus line. I can actually tighten up the spacing if I so desired, by a tile each. In fact, I may actually want to do that immediately and adjust all of this accordingly. But I don't think I'm going to. Nah. Why would I want to do that when instead... Oh boy, instead I can just go over and grab the glorious amount of foundation that I'm sure that I have over here by now. Hey. Let's see, how much foundation has accrued in the chests here? About 2,000 units. Okay, I will gladly take the about 2,000 units of wonderful foundation, so I can continue my east-west main bus / mall area. My mall! My beautiful mall. The beautiful mall is beautiful. What am I looking for? This box. So, for all of you starting a brand new game, and actually are having initial bus in your brand new games, you don't need to have 3 spacing. You don't need this double space anymore. You can do every other, I think. I think that's what I just showed. With this specific splitter, you can now have splitters adjacent to each other on every other line. Now, that probably isn't going to be available way up on the far north. So let me see how far is that true? How far away does that remain valid? Or how close to the equator can you get, or to the poles can you get for that to be valid? It's valid there. So let's see. The absolute smallest squares are around here, so that's valid. Of course, that's not. So it looks like that's the closest you can get right there to maintain it. All right. So that's cool. And of course, you don't have to worry about it as much if the belt is an east-west belt, because you don't have to worry about it changing if the bus lines are east-west lines. And of course, I am noting that particular style of splitter because, well, it's actually pretty easy to use. In that you can use this particular splitter as input there, but also excuse me. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm using the wrong button, aren't I? But also, you can send stuff out backwards from the thing. Right? Like, you can shove it backwards if you want. And you can just go ahead a tile or 2 tiles if you do have stuff directly adjacent to each other. Yeah, you can't take stuff out and have it together on the same, but you can do back one, forward one, forward another one, and you don't have to worry about the heights as much. You don't have to have things going very, very, very high, which is why I was thinking about redoing these to use those other type of splitter. But I'm not going to. Nope, not gonna do it. What I do need is for these two to run that way. One on this line, one on this line. And to do that, we are going to have ourselves splitters that are adjacent to each other, because you know what? This belt line is gonna go closer. Why does it have to be up down though? That's the real question. I do need to go up one more though, because I can't overlap that at the current height. Oh wait, I built that on the completely wrong location. Wonderful. Wonderful. I was not paying any attention to where I was placing those. So I need... Oh, you can stack different styles. Cool. So I need this on this position. This first one is going to go here, and then it's going to go up 1. We're going down 2 to follow that line. And then this one, I think can stay. No, it also needs to go up 1, just because of its proximity. And then that will also go all the way down there. Probably could have kept it high, going all the way down. Doesn't really matter. Not like I really think that these are going to go further as well. You know? It's like, what else am I going to have that's going to need these things? I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll find out. Oh god. Hi. Don't you love the answering machine going off? Boop. So, I has foundation now. I has glorious foundation now. So if we could keep this on this nice line. There we go. Ta-da. Oh, that's so beautiful. Beautiful foundation. Now I don't have to worry about the water in the way. We can keep building. And that's exactly what we'll do. First things first is the... well, whatever ideally uses these. So that'll probably be the... thingy-madoohickey, the mining machine. Yes, the mining machine. And then we're gonna get one of these here. And then we also need one of these. Though not with that sorter. And we need to run a belt from here to here. And then the next assembling machine next to it is going... See, I clicked the button and it didn't place the thing! You know what? I think what's happening is that I'm clicking and I'm dragging. I think it's a click drag thing where I click and I pull my mouse down far enough. But I don't know. It seems... it's weird. It's weird and dumb. And I don't know why it's happening. Where I just click the button and the thing doesn't build that I intended for to build. This thing. Yes, this thing. Alright, you need iron ingots. So that's going into these two. And this guy. Yes, please. Please, stuff. Iron ingots, and iron ingots. copper is required at both of these. Here and yeah. And the fun part is that... Oh good, I don't have to do any shenaniganry with the belts outside of bring that guy back down for these. Go forward, go forward, go forward, go forward, and go forward. Wouldn't it be nice if we could actually just have the splitters when they're this close to each other on the adjacent belts? That would be so compact and nice, but the splitters are just too big to have the splitters on the signal belt thingies. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a late game edition that'll add in smaller splitters. Or maybe there'll be a mod that makes a splitter variant that fits in a single tile conveyor. Wishful thinking, but hey. Gotta wish for something, right? Excuse me, but why are you not able to... Oh, because I don't have the item. Would you at least let me click the thing? Oh, I need to push... What? I need to push tilde to get rid of the sorter. Okay. It's tilde to get rid of the sorter. Slash the accent mark. I want a bunch of you. Glorious. Okay, now the harder part, in that I'll probably have to be raising some of these lines. No. It's you. Okay. Next up. What am I still missing? I'm still missing storage boxes, actually. So, let's go ahead and get those down. Those are going to need the bricks. So that means I will need to bring these up a tile before bringing them back down again, and then I will need to bring this guy up, over, down, and over. I will need a box. I will need a box, he says. Out of boxes. Okay, game. Thank you. Thank you for the box. Now for the box of boxes. How much do they stack? I don't know. It doesn't tell me. I would like a thing that tells me what a tooltip entry that tells me what the stack size is. That would be ideal. Okay, just gonna come back here to grab more belt just the Mark 1 belt, though. Oh, Mark 2 belt and Mark 3 belt are going to be very fun. Quotes around the fun, with a capitalization on that F and U. Next. Okay, what's left is a better question. Oh, that uses those. Alright, fine. Fine. We'll do that there. I'll work around it. By doing that. This will need to be these, and this will need prisms, which are just glass. Just glass. And this will also need magnetic coils. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. For the exception that, you know, this is going to, for whatever reason, prefer offloading into this rather than doing a 50-50 on the output. Oh well. Okay. The prisms need glass. None of these need the stuff here, so I'm going to raise the bricks, and I'm going to need to raise and then lower the thing, although I guess technically I could have kept it raised the whole time. And I need the copper. Copper magnets. Ta-da. Ta-da! Oh, power. Huh? How did you miss that? Alright. Cool. Prisms are prisming. And then once this fills with Tesla towers, we'll start offloading them here. And we'll start making wireless power towers, aka big electric poles. Yay! Oh my goodness. So that's how that's done. And that's why if anyone tells you that you're limited to 3, tell them they're full of it. Because it's not that you have to limit yourself to the 3 lines, it's just that you have to raise and lower lines to bring in, within a distance of 3, any additional lines. It's not that hard to do. It's pretty simple to tuck in extra lines. You can do the same thing in Factorio, by the way, making use of underground belts where appropriate. Just to go under, bring the thing in, and have the long-handed inserter there. It just works. It just works. And it's pretty nice. So there we go. Everything functional. We're not done yet. Of course we're not done yet. We have even more stuff to build. Okay. So what is left? We have the fluid storage container, the fluid pump extractor, the water pump, the oil extractor, the oil refinery, the chemical plant, and the matrix lab. So we have these 6 items that we are able to make right now. There's also the solar panel, which became more expensive 2 days ago, apparently. It now is 10 copper and 10 silicon and 5 of the electronics per solar panel. Wonderful. Beautiful. For now, though, it's just these 6 that I can make, and I shall make them. Some of them need steel. Some of them need steel and these guys, which are more prisms. Okay. We're gonna start with storage tanks, because that offers a much more interesting proposition here, in that we need to get the stone and the glass and have the iron here. Which means for this one, we need to pull in, essentially, 2 things. Which means I need to have that raised, and I don't think I can do this way. Can I get this pulled in there? What? I can. Okay. So, does that work? Oh my god, that works. Okay. I also need to raise the copper. Preferably another tile back. That looks so stupid, but it works. And if it works, it's fine. Everything is awesome. As I was saying. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. And that's how that's done. I brought in steel and I needed to bring in bricks. And bricks are closer. That's how that's done if I needed to bring the steel in, and I don't for this. Pain. Pain. Suffering. There we go. Much better. Alright, Tesla. Oh, hey, I can... Ooh. Didn't realize I could sneak those in like that. I lack the item. Hey, give me... Give me some... Excuse me, I know that I pushed the button there. Isn't it glorious? Oh, boy. Yeah. That's how this works. That is how this works. Next, we've got... Oh, that needs those. Interesting. We're gonna go with the oil extractor? No. The spacing doesn't really work. Unless... Alright. We'll do it. We will do it. Ideally I would start with the copper for the circuit boards though. So let me do circuit boards here. And then do the extractor, and then next to the extractor will be the plasma exciters, which need the prisms. And they need magnetic coils. Okay. So this needs to come down sooner. And needs to go in there along with you. You don't need iron, nor do you need copper. So I'm going to raise up the copper. You do need stone brick. You don't need the copper, you need the copper. You need steel. Okay, that's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. And fortunately, it's getting the other stuff from the sides. Iron's just gonna keep on trucking. That's gonna go back to where it belongs. With the exception that it needs to be raised. This needs to be lowered earlier. This needs to come down. And that's it. I think. Huh. So I mentioned that this is really easy, right? I said that this was pretty simple, right? It's yeah. Yeah. It's glorious. Beautiful stuff at only 1 height. We haven't needed to do anything that was 3 high in here. It's just so pretty, huh? It'll be prettier when they eventually get rid of all these stupid square icons for the item representing the items on the belt. Like, this is fine for right now. They're in early access, and they're still in early access. It's just that. So eventually, I expect actual steel girders on here. I expect. Well, the glass probably doesn't need to change. It's just a hunk of glass, and it looks like a hunk of glass. That one's fine, just like the stone bricks. Should probably look like the icon a bit more, right? Like, I expect these things to look closer to what they look like on the icon. Like the magnets, probably stack of magnets or something, or stack of ingots. Stack of ingots. I don't know why they're called ingots when they're clearly plates, but whatever. Make them look like actual ingots and do the thing. Okay, so we have the extractor now. That's 2 down of 6, right? That I've mentioned. Oh, that's a coal vein. I'll need more stuff to cover over that. Next, what do we have? We have the water pump, the oil refinery, the chemical plant, and the matrix lab, of which the matrix lab is the best option because it uses these guys. And it has circuit boards that can go there. And then I just need to bring glass, and I have the iron, so just bring glass forward to the 3rd slot. Raise you. No, that's not right. That was 3 high. I just needed you to maintain your 2 height. Freaky. Get, yeah, consistent. There you go. Whoops. That's the right one. There you go. You're golden. Pop the thing. Forward to power. Speaking of power, how is the power? How's the power? Okay. Doing alright. Doing okay. For the moment. Ta-da. Matrix Labs. Huzzah. Next. Does anything need these? That one does. And that one does. And that one does. Okay, good. The thing is, though, that both of these need the same thing. And therefore, I would like to sandwich on each side between these two. Meaning, this is likely my better option for right now. It's just right here, next door, I need these. Which, of course, needs these, and needs those. And then while I'm at it, we're going to do this guy, circuits, and that guy with a plasma exciter, that thing, and that thing. With that set up like so. Phew. Alright. Now the hard part. Quote unquote, the hard part, aka the easy part, but also meh. The meh part. So I need stone ingots. Okay, we'll bring the ingots all the way down. Go ahead with the ingots. I will need the stone, which needs to stay high briefly, then come down, come in one, sure, and then it continues on its merry way. I don't think I need anything else. No, I don't need anything from there. You need iron ingots. You need iron ingots. You need copper. And you need the stuffs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and that. and that will produce these for these. And that's these done. Once everything is, in fact, powered. Why there's an extra thing there, I don't know. Gee, if only I had enough iron plates, ingots coming in. This will fill the buffers at some point, and it'll all be fine. It'll be okay. It had better be okay. Okay. You need 3 things. Okay, that's a little harder than I was expecting. You also need 3. Yeah. Okay, okay, I hope I can work with this, although I don't think I can on you. Okay, those ports are good. Alright. You... I need to raise up copper as well. Please adjust. Thank you. Oh. You don't go all squiggly when I do that. Interesting. Yeah, so I need to do that as well. Just checking for blocked ports, please. God, let me input into any of these ports. Oops. Whoops. You're making me do the whole thing over again. Oh, thank God. Okay. Phew. Now, the real question of the century. Can I... keep stuff? Do you see the problem? I see the problem. Okay. Well, you obviously also have to go up as well. And you get to stay up until here. Excuse me? What do you mean can't collide? So the problem I'm going to have is that situation. I can't do that. Because it'll want to be 4 tiles away rather than 3. I don't know... Wait, what? Excuse me? You are valid there? Okay. If you say so, game. If you say so, I will keep on keeping on. I am not going to use splitters. I'm going to avoid splitters wherever possible. On this in particular, we're going to not splitter. That is... How? Wait, what? Wait. No, that's bad. That's wrong. Uh-oh. I just actually noticed what was going on there. It was connecting 2 belts. Oh, right. Oh, right. That's what I can do. Oh, this is a little dumb. I need to move this guy over to there. But there is this entire mechanic. I swear this isn't at all suspect, but excuse me, but I wanted you to go inside of... Oh, right. That's not the position. There's that mechanic. To use a sorter in a straight section, not use a splitter. Yeah. You know, my brain doesn't work sometimes. You know, doing something like this would actually be an easier way of than tucking things in like this. It would actually be a lot easier than tucking in. With a lot better control, it might look a lot nicer. We might have to do that. There's a bit of throughput limiting, but it's not like the throughput in particular matters. Okay, that guy's going, and... Wait, will that be it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this guy is 6, yeah. This being the oil refinery. So it needs these. it will need to bring in the stone and steel. So, fortunately... You know, I didn't even have to raise this here. This can get raised. And then lowered. I didn't go an extra little bit there. That can actually go there, not there. Ta-da. Yeah, doesn't that just look a bit better than otherwise? Oh, that was actually connected there? Huh. Interesting. I'll keep this because it's gonna need a few extra... Whoops. I wish there was an undo. I wish there was an undo. That's one thing this game doesn't have, I wish it did, is undo. Okay, so you just need glass. Go ahead and raise that. And you need that and that. Now, theoretically, this is moving now. Oh boy! We did it! Celebrations! Oh, joy! Oh my goodness, that took forever. But we did it, and I'm happy that we did it. Because I didn't do this extent of mall in the first playthrough, right? Our first playthrough. I had not done the thing. Oh, look how the belts have these little lights on the edges, and they go out during daytime. They turn off. How nice. So how am I looking on, like, general resources? I think I'm limited by the belt throughput, actually, going all the way down my massive line of mall. Why won't you let me land on top of my building? I want to walk over my buildings. Oh, because it won't really let me stay walking all the way across. Oh, now that's a sight to behold. Just all of that. Let's get north-south oriented. So, on the north-south orientation, we've got, you know, this great big set of factories going, building up all of my critical infrastructure. My main stuff that we'll be using for the entirety of the game. And I will be supplying all of this from my intraplanetary and interplanetary / interstellar logistics stations as we go along and as we run out of specific resources. For now, though, I would like an oil extractor stack. I would like a pump stack. I would like a chemical plant stack. And I would like existent amounts of oil refineries. And I will need to plop this down so we can have a look at some other things. Actually, ooh, that's available? Processors can happen? Alright. Cool. I will need you. So, red matrix cubes. Matrices needs... Okay. Those. Graphite and hydrogen. 2 of each. 2 graphite, 2 hydrogen. So what are we gonna do to get those? Well, we're gonna go over yonder. And we're gonna see that I've got this node here. Oil extractor. I wish I could... Oh. Dang. I need power. So that'll be first on my list of things. How much do I have? Enough. Yeah, stick with the 4x4. Oh hey, it tells you on the tooltip that it's a 4x4. If you couldn't tell ahead of time. Like, hey, I'm a 4x4. Out of building range. Okay, we'll go ahead and place all those for me. Within my building range. This would be great for God mode view. That would be in the game settings under control. Miscellaneous. No. Why are you not on? And why are you not on? Those should be on. Under gameplay, building view mode, God mode. Layout reference, excuse me? Does that make it smaller? Yes, it does. While I prefer it smaller, I'm sure you would prefer it larger. So I'm gonna make the UI bigger. Big, 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 big. Now we can see! Isn't that nice? We can see! We can actually read without squinting! Isn't that wonderful? I like being able to read without squinting. Alright, how many... Geez, how many do I even have left? Okay, something's out of building range now. Build. Ta-da! Things. Stuffs. How's my, chamber? Oops, I need more. I need more stuff. Oh, that's so much nicer. I can actually see! Hey, hey. So, yeah, under gameplay. What is that? Mining machine output is about to decline. When the covered veins are about to be exhausted, I really don't care about exhausted. Yeah, that's fine. That's a bottleneck indicator. No recipe set. Yeah, that's fine. Shortage of power supply, no power supply, not connected, no fuel, no target. Might be useful. Yeah, that's fine. Everything is useful except that one. I don't care about that one. Oh, you can limit the multi-threading. Huh. Interesting. You can actually limit how many threads the game uses. Yes, I have 16 threads on my CPU. 8 cores, 16 threads, although an older processor that is outclassed by a lot cheaper ones these days. But such is the way. Such is the way! Oh, this is the equator. Alright. So does that crude oil seep happen to live near a source of coal? Not... yeah, I guess. I guess it's close enough. There's coal right there. So I just pushed Q on top of the crude oil seep, and it brought up the oil extractor. I'm probably going to need even more power once this thing starts extracting. It's 2.857 per second. That declines with time. Oh boy. Halves after 12 hours of continuous mining. I see. Huh. Is that always half after 12 hours? Like a Half-Life type of situation? I don't know. I don't know. Because it would last a really, really long time before it gets down to, what is it, 0.01 to be technically limited resource. It goes down, yeah, but if it goes down by half after 12 hours, that's actually quite a while. But if it's always 12 hours to have the amount, you realize that that means that after 12 hours, it's going to be half of what the current value is. But then it'll take another 12 hours to half that value. And then another 12 hours for half of that value. And then another 12 for half of that value. And half of that value still. So each time it is less and less reduction over time. Consistent percentage, but lower amount reduced. Regardless, I'm going to put you into a stack of these. Because I feel like it. Beautiful, glorious oil. Crude. The crudest of crude. Now, if I can only remember how to actually do this. How to oil! Oh boy, I've forgotten how to oil, potentially. So we only have the one recipe at the moment, which is the plasma refining. It gives me processed oil and hydrogen, and we can't do anything with the processed oil at the moment. If my memory is correct, we can do nothing with it until we pick up X-ray cracking, which needs the red stuffs in the first place. And thus why it's the first thing to pick up at that science, at red science. Let me see, then I would like what? Not that. Not that. Not those. Oh, speaking of those, they became cheaper? Slightly? Oh wow, it's only one of those now? It might have been more than one of those before. How many was it? Was it 2? Per accumulator? They apparently reduced the number of the magnetic ring thingies, the blue motors, quote unquote, to make the accumulators, and they have more accumulation stuff with them, make them more useful. I want / need you. Yes, you are good, but in order to make you, I'm going to need these, which are fine. The field generators could also get queued. That's fine. Then give me this. Requires thruster. Thruster for thrusting. Huh. Yeah, I guess they didn't... They thought it was too messy to add a line from thruster to high efficiency to the planetary logistics. Requires vertical construction. Oh, that's over here. Then I can queue it. Okay, there's my queue. There's the queue! The queue! The queue! Alright, this will be the first example of stuff. This will be the first example, yes, of things. How very specific of me. This will be the first example of where I will be importing... Wait, can I output out the... Oh! I can output out the top! And treat this as like a splitter. I mean, it already is like a splitter, but hey. We get to do filter sorters. Now, the question is, it is tab to change, yeah. So this will be you, this will be you. And ideally, as I extend this belt out, if I copy, it should also keep the sorter arrangement. The filter arrangement, I should say. How quickly do you process? 15? Oh, you need a lot. Yeah, 2.842 some odd is a lot. 170 a minute. Yeah. Yeah, that's more than 10. That's more than 10 to process all of the everything. Oh, you go the wrong way. Yeah, that would help. That would help to have things go the correct direction. That wasn't a thing before, I think. It is now a thing. It is most definitely now a thing. I don't think it used to be a thing, but it is now. Or I could just drop it and pull it out of the fluid tanks. Like that. Okay. Next, I need graphite. Sort of already have graphite, though. Oh, and I need to, like, grab the building. You're going to be doing these. I do already have graphite, so do I want to simply make more? Or what? Because, I mean, I think I've got all I need to process a bunch. Just give me 6. Give me 6. 6. Come on, you can do it. There you go. There you go. You... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Note that this will not be permanent. Hello. Hello, Ollie. It's the boy! It's the Ollie! He's come back to say hello. It's the baby. Yeah, it's my boy. That's my boy. Get those face rubs. Get those face rubs. Yes, get those face rubs. Gotta get those face rubs. That's my piano. Go, go. Go, go. There you go. That's my piano, baby. What am I doing? Okay, connect to that. Give power to everything. I probably need more. Oh, apparently not. Place that. Thank you. Apparently I do not need more power here. Alright, where are you? I don't know about using the the diagonals, or the freeform tool. As nice as it would be occasionally to save on units of belt to use that freeform tool, I want it to be on the grids. If I use the freeform tool at all, freeform rotation, it would be exclusively to connect at a diagonal. Like even like this is not ideal. It is on the grid at least, but they're going to also be adding in a true freeform that's free of the grid from what it looked like. I mean, I can see myself doing that to be truly diagonal across the squares. That will be okay. I think. Anyway, I think it'll be okay. So! Red science, red matrix cubes, our first of the energy matrices, are getting produced. Oh my goodness. We're doing a thing. We're actually doing the thing. Isn't that wonderful? Oh yes, that's so beautiful, glorious, and of course, magnificent. Unfortunately, we need to make 400 each of these cubes in order to get the initial tech, so this whole time the refined oil is just going to be sitting there doing jack all, because we don't have anything to do with processed oil yet. There's going to be more that we can do with processed oil, but nothing for the moment. Which leaves me with a bit of a issue in that there is nothing to do now besides potentially screw around with some of this. Like getting into... Oh, I guess I could get into plastics and store some plastic, and or get into making some sulfuric acid in the meantime, but we have 4 minutes left in today's stream. So my thought is we're going to work on all of that next time we meet. This time we set up the remainder of our mall, getting everything in this one line that we need, after having spent a little time producing steel. After spending a little time producing steel, as well as producing foundation. Let's not forget that I have made an automated system of producing foundation as well, and I'm doing that over on this side of things. I ran out of juice. Oh noes. Oh noes. Charge! Charge! Charge me, please! Yeah, we're making a little bit, just a tiny bit of foundation over here. I would like to make more, but that might have to be elsewhere. Oh boy, that's a good, healthy amount of foundation right there. That's healthy. Absolutely, that is healthy, that amount of foundation. That makes me happy to see all of that in my inventory right now. So we don't have to worry as much about the water in the way. I have to be concerned about the soil count, because yeah, you need soil to flatten. I wish that wasn't a mechanic at all. It's unfortunate that the developer spent the time to make this mechanic, and it just feels unnecessary. If I want to flatten the land, I want to flatten the land. I'm more often going to want to get rid of water than I am to want to flatten ground on the surface. I don't see a reason for this soil pile mechanic to exist. Not really. Like, I'm gonna want to flatten the whole planet anyway, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make that happen, no matter what. It's just a little bit of too much tedium for this to be here like this. It's like, oh, so I have to spend my foundation resource to flatten the thing I don't want or need to currently flatten in order to actually flatten the thing that I want to flatten. Okay. I'd rather spend a little bit more on the foundation and not have to deal with the soil pile mechanic at all. Regardless, after doing all of this stuff here with setting up the steel, getting the foundation, setting up the rest of the mall, basically, from right here-ish, from right around here on the other half, basically, of our mall, with all of the oil-based things that remained, we've now set up our initial oil processing to get into hydrogen, to get into red cubes, and we now have red cubes and sciencing. Our science is sciencing, and it's glorious and beautiful, magnificent stuffs. Beautiful science is sciencing at the moment, and with that, we're going to be ending the stream for the day today. After having done all that, we still have more petrochemical stuff to make as we progress further into the game, now that we have red science. But with that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have enjoyed today's stream, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff below the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting the great big blue join button and supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you are so inclined and able. I will be back with more Dyson Sphere Program on Monday, and we'll be continuing the Factorio C Block playthrough on Tuesday. I hope to see you all on the next one.